If you are looking for a place to start to be more eco-friendly in your home or in your daily routine, then this episode is for you. I'm going to share some of my favorite eco-friendly products. Hey everybody, I'm Elizabeth Bauer from Refillism. Welcome to Green Talks on the Green Couch. And this episode, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite eco-friendly products. People ask this all the time. Of course, I use the products here in our store in Refillism. I don't use all of them because I'm not a hoarder and I'm more of a minimalist, but I will show you the things that I use all the time or repeatedly, or things that I definitely recommend to people to use. I have a little bit of home items and I have a little bit of beauty items. So I'm going to show you the things that I use either daily or things that are in my routine in my daily life. And if you are listening on Spotify, you can always see what I'm holding up on YouTube, okay? So number one, the first thing, I think let's start with home. I always, when people come in and they're like, oh, where do I start? I want to be more eco-friendly. I usually direct them to something that has to do with the home first, right? The home is something in the kitchen or laundry, because those are routines that we have to do, right? You can't leave dirty dishes in the sink. You can't not do, clean your clothes. So those are usually easy starts for people. So I'm going to start in the home. The first thing that I do recommend to people is stepping away from paper towels as much as you can. Now, let's be real. Sometimes you gotta have a paper towel. I have cats. I'm not going to use rags to clean up cat vomit or pet problems, right? So we do have paper towels, but I always tell people, keep your paper towels out of sight, out of mind. And you'll be surprised when they're not in sight and they're not on the counter, you hardly use them. You barely grab them, and they're just there for emergencies in the basement, under the cabinet or something like that. I love having napkins, no paper towels, eco towels, however you want to call them. What they are cloth, so it's to replace paper. So the other thing I tell people is, don't just buy something eco-friendly and then not think it through of like logistically, how is your family going to use it? So what I do with mine is we have a basket on our counter of clean, no paper towels. Some people put them on a roll. I just fold mine and put them in a basket. And then I have a dirty bin under the sink cabinet, right? So you gotta think that through, like, where are people gonna put their dirty towels and where are you gonna put the clean ones? And that's what I do. And then once the dirty bin is full, I wash it, fold them, put them back in the basket. And we have an eclectic array of colors. So, during the holiday, if you want to have some matching ones, you can get out your fine eco towels. But we just have a mix and match in our house. But these are something I recommend people trying to cut down on paper towels. Let's see how many you can do. Okay, the other thing I recommend people is in the kitchen also having some sort of washable, reusable sponge. So those sponges that are, yellow with the green on top, those are made of acrylic or some form of oil-based plastics. And so once it gets funky, you throw it and it's on the earth for such a long time. Instead, you can get a washable one that's made of cotton materials. And so at the end of its life, you could chop it up and compost it, take it to an industrial composter. But the great thing is this will last a longer time, right? Because you can wash it. You can actually put it in your washer and use it over and over again. I have some washable sponges that I've had for years. They don't look the best, but guess what? They're clean because I put them in the washer and I use them over and over again, and they wash my dishes just fine. So I do recommend one of these. The other thing in the kitchen, and this I can't speak highly enough about, is this metal scrubber. So what it is it looks like chainmail, and it is made of stainless steel. And when I hold this, actually, it makes me laugh. I think about like knights back in the day had to wear a whole shirt of this. That's insane. I don't know how they moved. But anyway, it's chainmail, and what this is to scrub cast iron pots and pans. I also use it to scrub Pyrex glass, if you're baking something and in the corners it like gets stuck in there. This is amazing. And the reason why this is eco-friendly is because it will last forever as long as you take care of it. And it's to replace those throwaway Brillo type pads, right? The ones where it's the metal, but they start to disintegrate and you have to throw it away. This replaces that, okay? So if you have a cast iron, non-coated pans, right? You don't wanna if you have coated pans, this will rub it right off. Non-coated pans, glass, this is something that you should add to your, dishwashing repertoire. I think you'll love it. The other thing in the kitchen are different forms of silicone baggies. I love silicone baggies. This one here has like the slide off top. There are other ones where you can just like zip them together just like a regular Ziploc. But having different sizes and forms of silicone baggies to grab instead of plastic baggies, right? Good thing is always have the option available to you and you will use it, right? So, if my daughter's like, oh, I want to bring a snack to school today, I can just grab a baggie, throw some stuff in there, and then she can take it to school. Now you do have to talk to your kids and say, hey, don't throw this away, please bring it back. So like anything in the eco-friendly world, there's usually a little extra step, a little extra education, a little extra talk, right? And then the last home item that I want to share are these toilet bowl cleaners. So these are sheets, toilet bowl sheets. This is a pack of them. What you do with these is it's almost like a laundry sheet, but it's a toilet bowl cleaner sheet. So there's a perforation down the center. You use 1/2 of the sheet, you put it in your toilet bowl, it dissolves in like a couple seconds. You take your toilet brush and you use the cleaner and start cleaning. I absolutely love these. They replace the bottles of toilet bowl cleaner that at the end of the life of that bottle, you throw it away. And with those bottles, I don't know if you guys notice, sometimes you can't even open them to like try to reuse it. They're like weird open like lids, the ones that have the angle. So I love these. It smells good. It has a lemon scent and I just love them. They take up barely any room, under a cabinet. There's no bottle. It's just amazing. So those are some home things. Now there are of course other home items I recommend, but these are like top ones that I feel like in my family we use regularly, or ones that I feel like people should definitely be trying to integrate into their life routine wise. All right, body stuff. First thing I want to talk about is bar soap, okay? I love bar soap. Of course, we have body wash that you can refill here. I have a mix in my shower. I have some body wash. It's like hanging in a dispenser on the shower wall, but I also have bar soap. And a lot of the times I have the liquid because I'm trying out different scents and things like that in my home for Refillism at the shop. But I think more people should use bar soap. It's more eco-friendly, it uses less water, and you could take it places, you could put it, cut a piece off and put it in a little travel bag or a travel container and take it with you, and then you always have soap. I just think bar soap is underrated and more people should use it. Along with that, soap saver bag. So this one is made of sisal, and sisal is a plant. It has a little bit of a rough texture, but not too rough, a little bit. It's great for exfoliation. But this bag is, you can put your soap in this bag, and then the bag, you pull the drawstring, and then this helps you get a good lather. It helps exfoliate. But I also tell people the great thing about this bag is if you want to try not to waste all of your soap, I call this the little tiny piece, the little soap chiclet bag, because when soap gets really small, you can put your pieces into this bag and it makes one big soap. So if you're like me and you don't want to waste that last little morsel of soap, you can have a soap bag that you can start collecting your little mini soap, and then it makes one big soap when you use it to clean your body, okay? Along the lines of bar soaps, this is a shampoo bar. We love the shampoo bar that we carry in our shop. We carry rosemary mint, rose geranium, and an unscented bar. This bar is suds up. It's very clarifying. It's a hard bar, so you get a lot of washes out of it. I love shampoo bars, and there's a few reasons. Number one, you realize when you use a shampoo bar how much shampoo you were using, right? I didn't realize that when I was squeezing my shampoo, I was just like globbing so much and then going through it so fast. And when you rub this shampoo bar on wet hair, you get your suds immediately and you realize like, oh my goodness, I was using so much soap before. Also, this is great for travel. Pop it into a tin and you're ready to go. This is something that I also got my husband into. He loves the shampoo bar also. So it just lasts longer. He did a little test one time and he got over 40 washes with his shampoo bar that he used. However, he has shorter hair than me, I'm not sure. For me, it might even be longer because I only wash my hair with shampoo once a week because I don't want to strip the natural oils from my hair, so I don't wash it very often, just once a week. But shampoo bars, definitely worth a try. And I also tell people, not all shampoo bars are created equal. If you have tried a shampoo bar and you're like, this is garbage, don't give up, because they're not all the same. Not all makers use the same ingredients. Maybe whatever oil they put in there, shea or whatever, didn't work for your scalp and your hair. Don't give up, try another bar. We've carried this bar in our shop since we've opened because we can speak to it, we know it works, people come back for it, and we love it, right? Because some bars crumble and there's just issues. So don't give up. If you try one, try a different brand, okay? The other thing I think people should be getting into is a refillable floss container, right? So, you know, floss that you get either from the dentist for free when you go, or you just get, it comes in the little plastic container and then you chuck it. There's no need for that. You can actually get a little container. It has a little hole at the top, and then there's a little cutter at the top. So you pull out your floss, and then you put it in the cutter, and you cut it, and you have a piece of floss. And then once your little container is empty, you buy a floss refill. You can find these in our store. We carry the Huppy brand products here at the shop. But there's no need for those plastic little ones, and also those plastic picks. Those are just going in the landfill also. These little plastic things just everywhere, but I do recommend, and I love my little refill. And last but not least, for those beauty lovers out there, face mask powder. There's some people have not heard of face mask powder. So when you want to zhuzh up your face and have a beauty routine to take care of your skin, and you buy, you know, a face mask, either the ones where you put it on your face and you throw it away, or the ones where you have to squeeze it out of a tube and then the tube you throw away, and then you have to use the tube at a certain amount of time or it expires. Face mask powder might be something you want to take a look at. So what it is it has a dry version of all of the ingredients of face mask without the wet products. So you can add whatever water that you want. You can add water, you can add aloe, you can add rose water. If it's in the winter time and you're feeling a little bit more dry, that time you can put a little bit of sweet almond oil or something else in there to give yourself a little bit more moisture. But the great thing about this is you could take whatever you need, you make your mixture, you put it on your face, and then you have the rest, you know, for later. So face mask powder is where it's at. I think you should check it out. So those are some of my favorite things. Maybe I'll do another one down the road, because there are a few other items that I use daily that I'd love to share with you guys. But these are some of my favorite products that I use regularly in my house and with my family, and that I have integrated. And I hope if you're looking to start your journey in the eco-friendly world, pick one thing, and hopefully just me explaining some of the things that I use and how I use them, maybe it'll give you some courage to try it out. And to replace, because some of these are great swaps to things that are not as eco-friendly. But keep in mind, the eco-friendly universe right now is not perfect. There's not perfection anywhere for a few reasons. Number one, the government does not hold companies accountable, right? There's not options available for everybody in every location. So do the best that you can, right? And yeah, some of these things might not be the perfect eco-friendly, but they are better than what you did yesterday. And that's all you have to keep in mind. So I hope you loved this episode of Green Talks on the Green Couch. I'm Elizabeth Bauer, here to help you reuse, refill, and rethink the way you live. And if you're looking for us, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Spotify, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Shop Refillism. And we'll see you next time.